Delaware County, Mr. Micozzie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I took the job of Transportation Chairman over a month ago. And after the passing of our good friend and my dear friend, Dick Hess. But, Mr. Speaker, I did not take the chairmanship to keep the seat full. I knew that the job had to be done. In that time, with the help of the Speaker, our leadership, and the great cooperation with the other side of the aisle and the Senate, we come to the end of a long, long road. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the citizens of the Commonwealth for the patience over the last 17 years as we conducted studies, held hearings, and participated in countless meetings to try and come up with a workable plan on how best to fund our deteriorating transportation system. It has been 17 years since we have made any such adjustment to the gasoline tax, and these changes will help ensure long-term funding for our critical infrastructure. I would like to emphasize that the transportation network is a utility that we all use. And I don't know of any other utility over the last 17 years that has not need to be adjusted to its rates. I don't like to see that, and I know my constituents don't either, but they also have a level of expectation. The expectation is that the roads and bridges and buses and trains they drive on are safe and will get them to where they need to go. The cost of doing nothing now will be very costly in the future. The conditions of our bridges is a menu for a disaster. Mr. Speaker, despite the rhetoric you hear, this bill keeps the cost of owning a car low. Mr. Speaker, I can't even hear myself think.
Also, please come to order. Members will kindly hold the conversations down. Thank you. The gentleman may proceed.
Mr. Speaker, despite what rhetoric you hear, this bill keeps the cost of owning a car low. A car can be a lifeline for our senior citizens and our low-income and rural residents. Mr. Speaker, we heard from the AAA Federation when they testified that we need to keep registration rates as low as possible and keep it as among the lowest in the nation, and we heard their plea. Also, by raising the capital in the oil companies' tax and eliminating the retail tax of 12 cents a gallon, we are making sure that the state is closing a loophole that for nearly 10 years has been the oil companies' escape from paying the just tax on a full gallon of gas. The impact this will be marginal and will be passed along to non-residents as well. Mr. Speaker, if you fill up a 15-gallon tank every week next year, you will see a price bump on about $1.39 for the entire week. This bill will also translate to the creation and retention of additional 50,000 well-paying new jobs across the Commonwealth. Local government will also benefit from an efficient increase or $220 million a year in liquid fuel tax allocation statements statewide for local roads and bridges, along with up to $40 million in grants for traffic signals improvement that would alleviate congestion and improve traffic safety. I do want to take a brief moment to thank a few individuals who have worked tirelessly on the legislation. The first one I'd like to thank is my longtime colleague, Rick Geis. Rick Geis was the chairman of the Transportation about 17 or 18 years, and he worked tirelessly for this day. By the way, today is Rick Geiss's birthday. So let's have a round of applause. The passage of this last legislation, there has been a lot of cooperation and effort, and I want to thank Chairman McGeehan for his help and understanding as I took the helm of the committee, his staff, the staff of Representative Micozzie and Representative Adolph, who were very gracious. The leadership staff on both sides of the aisle have put in long hours on the bill. My own staff, including Eric Micozzie, Greg Rosso, Beth Sickler, Sheila Earhart, and our intern Ben Clear have lived this day, every day for quite some time to get this bill where it is today. It is no secret that for years, businesses, local governments, and the monitoring public have been demanding an improved transportation system in our state. And now we finally have the means to make that a reality. Mr. Speaker, I ask everyone in the chamber to please vote for House Bill 1060. It's important, and I thank you for your patience.